on. I mean, they see those same trends. They have some of the same numbers that everyone in this room has. When we sat at the table with the broadcasters in 2009, every week 17%, these are their statistics, 17% of consumers listen to online radio once a week. 50% listen to online radio at least once a week. Right now, in 2016, that's about 12, and they average listening about 12 hours a week. Weekly car consumption has exploded. This is what I think one area that really motivates them and concerns them. I think this is Richard was part of pointing this out and elevating this in an early meeting, the what keeps you awake at night moment, which is the connected car. In 2010, 6% of consumers in the United States, fans in the US, listen to online radio or digital service in their car. Last year's 37%. It's exploding, and I think they understand that. So what we're trying to do in our efforts with the broadcasters, and I just kind of wanted to leave you with a little bit of insight into, that's kind of a real-time conversation, and that's really what musicFIRST was hopefully empowered and engaged to do, and hopefully we're doing a good job, as Richard said, trying to live up to that mission and fulfill that obligation to you all and your other peers and colleagues across the industry. And is a real-time conversation with the broadcasters that's really, I think, at this point in time, becoming more and more based on marketplace realities, trend lines that are going in positive directions for the music industry, and that are creating increasing, I think, concern for our friends in the broadcast industry almost as much, and hopefully that is more motivating and as motivating as the potential for legislation, which we continue to push on. But our job is to create as much stimulus to try to solve tough problems as we possibly can. And so again, I appreciate the chance to be here today, Richard, and learn from all you and participate in the conversation.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Chris. I think we're very, very lucky to have someone as expert as Chris on our team. And you have no idea, unless you really dig into the DC scene, how complicated lobbying and political maneuvering is. It's like some very complex game of three-dimensional chess. Having been chairman of the A2IM board myself, I have a very real understanding of the amount of time, commitment that it can take. And when I took this job, Darius Van Arman, co-owner of Secretly Label Group, was elected chairman of the board. And it's been an absolute blessing to have someone so knowledgeable, so committed to the organization and its mission, and so supportive as chairman. Please welcome Darius Van Arman, chairman of the A2IM board, for our closing speech.
Hello, everyone. My name is Darius Van Arman. I'm co-owner and co-founder of Secretly Group, and I currently serve as chairman of the A2IM board. This week is all about protecting and promoting our sector, the independent sector. This is our mission as A2IM. This week, we've seen our community come together. We've had countless one-on-one meetings between our members, great panels of indie experts sharing their knowledge and expertise, and many illuminating interviews and keynotes. It's a lot of work to put together. It was done very well. Each year seems to be bigger and better than the one before. So I want to take a moment now on behalf of the membership and the board of directors to thank the efforts of Richard Burgess and his team and the volunteers. I haven't been a part of A2IM as long as some of you, but I continue to be surprised and inspired by the work A2IM does, how it enables the growth of our sector in the United States, and how each year more and more individuals and companies are coming together to support our common goals. I'm also inspired that our sector continues to choose to support and align ourselves with our most important partner, the artist community. As you heard from Alison earlier, there will be an updated version of the Fair Digital Deals Declaration, and this time it's a collaboration with artist organizations. Artists are not only our partners, they are the fundamental reason that any of us have a business at all. They are also increasingly independent, which is good news for us. And when we support their independence, that protects our own independence. Maybe sometime soon we won't be talking about independent artists and independent labels, we'll just be talking simply about independence. I'm also inspired by the goals we share. Even though we're a trade organization of competitors, we all believe that it is important to achieve a fair market for all. The market is unforgiving, but it also doesn't play favorites. All that any of us want is a fair shake, an opportunity to bring value to the world, and to make profit from our work. That, again, is what A2IM is all about, working towards a level playing field for all and helping create a sustainable marketplace by promoting the value of our work throughout the world. I'm also inspired by our leadership, not just from my friend and CEO of A2IM, Richard Burgess, who taught me that there is a historical cycle of how independents have grown and shrunk over the years, and that if we want to achieve long-term independence, we have to start thinking about how to break that cycle. And not just from my friend and the CEO of Merlin, Charles Caldas, who along with his brilliant team have demonstrated to me that there's no reason we can't achieve the same or better commercial terms in our deals as the biggest companies, especially when we collectivize our bargaining power. And not just from my friend and the CEO of the Worldwide Independent Network, Alison Wenham, who taught me that we all have a responsibility not to take the ladder up after any of us have achieved greater heights of success, that there is always a responsibility to the community that nurtured us in the beginning. And not just from my friend and competitor Martin Mills of Beggars Group, who's demonstrated to me time and time again that there can be true honor in competition, that you can vigorously compete within the same community you are also working tirelessly and selflessly to lift up. And not just from my friend and visionary Tommy Silverman of Tommy Boy, who reminds me time and time again that half the battle for the independent sector is not defeating ourselves before the fight even begins. We must dream as big as the biggest companies do. And not just from my friends, my fellow A2IM board members, my indie Sound Exchange colleagues, Victor Zaraya and Richard Burgess, my other Sound Exchange colleagues who are here, like Mike Huppy, my business partners, my work colleagues, including Phil Waldorf, Ben Swanson, Chris Swanson, to name a few, and Dave Hansen of Independent Record Pressing, who have all helped keep me in focus, who have all helped keep my focus that independent progress requires steady dedication. So work hard and be nice to people, and even if your work is not blessed by the market, you will at least have the reward that you own your own efforts. But finally, I'm inspired most of all by all of you. Leaders are anyone working towards common goals they share with others. Leadership is not about personality or upfront power or about pushing others to accept a new status quo. Rather, leadership is diffuse, it's cooperative, and when it's aligned with good principles, it's unstoppable. All of you are leaders in the independent movement. All of you, by being here and supporting the common cause, are inspiring. And this week, we lifted each other up and we pulled each other forward, and tonight we celebrate together. Thank you.
Thank you all. It's inspiring to work with these people and with our board. It really is. I hope you'll all leave this meeting with a better sense of how all the pieces fit together and the diverse expertise that's applied behind the scenes to try to cultivate an environment in which all of your businesses can thrive. These are the hidden or silent activities that we work on every day. Sometimes they're frustrating because they don't produce tangible improvements. And sometimes it just comes down to preventing even worse things from happening. Irrespective, I can assure you that the people sitting on this stage and their teams, if they were not doing what they are doing every day, life as an independent and in the recorded music industry would be much more difficult. Thank you again for making Indie Week a success this year. It's an honor to serve you all as CEO of A2IM, And I thank you for coming to Indie Week 2017. I look forward to celebrating with you all tonight at the 6th Annual Libera Awards Show. Good luck to all those who are nominated. Thank you so much.